Thank y'all. See, the thing about life, sometimes things move, including the kick. Let's kick it out the way. Here we going, jam. Cognate souls. All souls, one root, one sound. And that's the sound of love, y'all. So thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. Todd, I see you back there, man. I'm calling you out. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you. Y'all can find us at CognateSouls.com or at Cognate Souls Official on all our social media. It helps for you to do that. Keep on jamming for a while, you know? So we got some time with y'all. So we're gonna share this messages of love, connection.
Yo, welcome to the Mosh.
And just living life to the fullest.
I do it. My guest is absolutely enjoying my studio here, and it's amazing.
It's beautiful.
I got my guest, Mr. Kevin from Cognate Souls.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is a beautiful studio. I'm digging it. I'm going to steal some ideas from here.
Absolutely. Let me know what you need.
Yes, sir. More lights, always.
Oh yeah, dude, these little lights right here,
Yeah.
these were amazing. Cause before, when we first did this setup, we had the fluorescent tubes.
Yeah.
So every time they start to get warm, you got to jump up, slap them to keep them from making noise.
Nice buzz. You can't record anything with that buzz.
No, added ambiance.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, the Christmas lights, the deck lights. Yeah, they got a nice touch.
Because we threw in the LEDs, these just 4,
Yeah.
and oh my God, it got bright down here, and it was just like it took away from the feeling. So I said, hey. Somebody was doing some work for it. They're like, oh, you want these little deck lights? We're throwing them away. I was like, why?
For sure.
Why you throwing them away? Oh, a couple of them are burnt out. Great, give them to me.
Right. I'll just wrap around twice where it's burnt out if I
Exactly.
do.
Exactly. So.
Nah, I'll take it.
Love it. Then we got the couch, and everybody loves the couch.
I gotta remember to take a picture or video or something for social media. I always forget to do my own social stuff like that.
There you go. I've posted so many videos. I don't even know if I've got any new, recent pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So.
After a while, you forget to do it.
You do.
There's a requirement to do it, but after a while, you forget to do it because it's like...
When you're always down here, it's
Yeah.
This is basically my house. Why am I showing you all my house?
Right. And that's the problem. In the studio, when I'm taking videos and stuff for social media, I'm like, nobody wants to see the same studio again and again and again.
Right.
But the funny part is, the algorithm, or however it works, people want to see you in the same spot again and again and again. But you don't think that for yourself because you're just like, I'm working.
Exactly. Exactly. We had thought about putting a couple of cameras in strategic spots so we could do lives where people would... It'd be like they're looking over our shoulder. We thought about doing that, but it just never happened.
Yep. It was on the plans.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe in the future.
Someday. I don't know.
Right. 2030.
We might.
Right.
I love it though. I love the whole area.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your stuff. What do you do up to? You're from Hiram, right?
We're in Atlanta.
You're in Atlanta.
We're in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in Atlanta and in Atlanta, not around Atlanta. So
that makes a difference.
that makes a difference, It's not like Snowville, Atlanta. We're in Atlanta, about the perimeter area. So, we can kind of bounce around and do through a couple of different places, So
Nice.
We haven't really expanded Northeast or Minnesota or something yet, but we've been playing a lot in the Southeast region and doing stuff around there. So, it's the bottom of the year, so we had a good number of gigs last year, and it's the bottom of the year, so we're kind of chilling out for a second, going back, getting more details in the music. So some of the things you either play through or you forget during the process of doing everything.
Yep.
So we're going back and cleaning up a few things. We have a couple of different songs that we've been playing live and testing out live, but we want to record them.
Yeah.
And we want to make them better, so we've been working on the arrangements and working on the musical elements so we can record them at the top of the year so that we can bring them out next year. So we might not be out doing a bunch of gigs, but the process doesn't stop, so it's not like we're at home hanging out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So what are you doing? Just retooling, making things sound a little cleaner, better, new?
I mean, we're retooling everything just about,
Really?
There's a good 6 or 8 easy songs that I would love to record tomorrow.
Ooh.
So we're getting those details down. They're the other 12 or so that we just kind of jam or groove on that could be recorded and sound like something, but we want to get those better.
Gotcha.
And then we're cleaning up our vocals a little bit because there are a lot of things. My history in music and what I like about music is the fact that you remember back in the days, because I feel like music is different a little bit now than it was.
Yes.
And back in the days, when you're talking about 20s, 30s, 50s, the vocalists were instrumentalists.
Yes.
Like the voice was the instrument, and people understood the voice was the instrument. And so the way vocals were used, there were instrumental elements in the way that vocals were used. Layers in it to thicken up the music, and that's it. Sabrina Carpenter might have 5 different layers of vocals on it, but her vocals ain't really being used from an instrumental perspective.
Right.
They're being used from a thickening perspective. Their vocals are basically cornstarch,
Absolutely.
back and redefining some of those areas where, like, my vocalist can add a touch of something here that might sound like a trumpet part or a saxophone part, or the guitarist who also has a very low, like, Barry style of voice. We can use some of that a little bit more. So we're doing a lot of that. We're doing a lot of that. That cleanup, that refinement. There are about, I said about 6 songs we want to record, but there are about 2 or 3 that, there's one like I really, really am excited to bring out because I just love the message of it. I love the feel of it. Like it's supposed to be that epic, big song that you know, what's that Aerosmith song? The one from
Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah. Like you know how you hear that song, you're like, yeah, I just gotta stop. Or that Whitney Houston, I will always love you. You know, like I gotta stop the car. Hold on. So we got one coming out that's kind of more along that line, and I really, really, really want to get that seated right and good.
Nice.
And then so we have that. We were just talking earlier about cameras being in here. You know, we've been doing a thing on Thursdays because one of the biggest things, one of the big issues with the indie band is always getting a place to play, and then getting a place to play that's going to pay you worth playing there.
Yes.
You know, those are always hard things to do as an indie band. But of course, once you do get a place, you're always locked into where how far that place is from everybody else who might like you, you know? And so you might get a place to play, but your style of music or our style of music might not necessarily fit the area as well. And so it's always this thing you're trying to jump around and do. But over the years, like you said, talking about the lights from somebody wanting to throw away this and somebody wanting to throw away that. You know, I've got like 3 or 4 monitors now. Somebody who's just getting rid of it on Facebook for $20. You know, a camera over here that works. Okay, you don't want to use this phone? I'll buy it off you because it's a 4K iPhone that you're not going to use because it doesn't make calls anymore. But all I want is the camera, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
So I can plug a wire into that. I can plug a wire into that, and now I've turned my studio into kind of a virtual TV suite as well. And so we've been working on getting our live stream together so that every Thursday we can do like a 20-minute, 30-minute like artist showcase type of live stream thing. And being able to do that and not to have that like be like the show. Like, so how do you make that different? So, you know, you play a song that's an original, then we let the people vote on a cover. You know, you get to choose what cover you want us to sing in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, whichever way you go is the way we're going in the moment. We're just figuring it out, right?
I love that.
And then the fun part is we do a thing where it's like, give us a word, we'll make up a song. Like, we're just going to make up a song in this moment.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes out good.
I love it. I love
like,
that.
hopefully it comes out good, you know, and random stuff. I mean, one of the recent ones we did was polo. Another one was like pastry. But somebody else gave us tiramisu.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we had to figure that one out.
I can imagine on that one.
We had to figure that one out. But, you know, you take it and you just have fun with it. Yeah. And then we want to do some other stuff like a mash and mix type of thing as audience grows. Like maybe we'll play the music for one song, but we have to sing the lyrics of a different song over top of it. So we're trying to figure interactive ways that just kind of make it fun.
I love that.
And then we'll just end up with another one of our originals. Just like 20 minutes every Thursday, you know, bring the family along. Yeah. Turn it up on YouTube, have a good time. And so we've been working out the details with that, like to get the cameras. We've done a couple of test runs, so we've got the cameras figured out. As a band, we got to get the audio figured out.
Yep, that's
and running through that with right, trying to figure that out through the compression of YouTube and everything is like, I hear a lot of guitar, but the vocals ain't up and the bass ain't up.
But if you tweak it here, it changes it over here.
Oh my gosh! And then it's a complete upside down flip, and you're like, I'm hearing nothing but bass. You know, and I play bass and everything, but I know I can't be the only thing you hear.
Right. There's something about a bass solo.
Everybody let that bass solo, you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's cool. You're killing it on all the socials because you're on everything, right?
Yeah,
Twitter,
I'm on everything.
Insta.
Yeah, even Threads, which...
I'm sorry. I ain't jumping to that one. I'm done.
Look here. I want that one day signed up, said, just take whatever I put on this one on there. Okay, cool. I've barely opened it since. But, you know...
And I hate Instagram with a passion because they always give me notifications. So and so posted on Threads.
Right.
I don't have it. I can't read it.
Right.
I probably don't.
They're
care.
trying real hard to push that Threads too. They trying real hard.
They are.
They are. I'm like,
and
you know, next year is going to be a different one.
Oh yeah. And something's going to replace Twitter.
Yeah. 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 By the time it dies out, you know.
Dude, that's one reason I ended the pit is because I have seen my numbers across all platforms just fall. I'm losing followers at this point. So
no matter what kind of good content you put out there, it just keeps on going down and down.
I'll just start putting out trash content. I'll go back old school Howard Stern style. Just piss everybody off.
But the funny part is, so many ways that you feel like that almost works the same.
I know.
You're like, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's like, just let me put out stuff, and then the algorithm just keeps on putting me out, and then somebody's gonna keep on liking anyway, and you're like,
oh yeah, I get notifications all the time. So and so liked your picture from 2020.
Right? What? It's like, how did they even find that?
Yeah. Like what?
I don't even know. I'm trying to get back to human form. I like the human form of interaction anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything I'm doing is to get back to the human form of interaction. So,
dude, and I threatened to just turn off all of my social media once the pit ended. And then I realized like there's so few people that I actually talk to outside of the socials. Yeah. That I think you're about the only band I've got his phone number.
Yeah, that's funny.
We text.
Yeah. We text. Yeah, because I prefer to text over phone. I prefer to text over social.
Yeah.
I prefer to text over social.
Yeah, you called me on vacation when I was cleaning out gutters and doing shit. And you're like, what are you doing on vacation?
That's right. I was like, why? Okay, do you.
Needless to say, the last time we took vacation, we went to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
We didn't do no work. Ooh. We didn't focus on anything else. We went to the Grand Canyon. We went to Arizona, New Mexico, came up through Tulsa. Actually, I just paid my...
Dude, that's nice.
I actually just paid my Tulsa fine from running a toll booth. No, it was a toll booth, man. It was one of the damn toll booths.
How long ago was that?
October. Second week of October. And they never sent me a notice on it.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't get one because I was like, that was a toll road. And my girl goes... Are we gonna get a ticket? I was like, probably. It'll probably be like $5.
Yeah.
Because I ran one in Florida one time, and they sent me it cost them more to mail that to me
than the ticket was. Yeah.
Well, this time I got one. It was Friday, I believe.
Okay.
And they had tacked on a late fee because they had said it was the second bill. So I called the girl.
Where was the first bill?
Yeah, I never got it, thanks to our wonderful post service.
Oh, gosh, I hate the post office.
So I called her, and I was like, hey, look, I didn't get the first one. I'm not disputing it. I know I ran it. I was waiting on this.
Right. I just never got it.
Yeah. She goes, I'll tell you what, I'll waive the $5 fee. She's like, just pay the $8. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, shoot. Still.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That ain't so bad. You said October. I was expecting you to be like, it was like a year and a half ago.
No, right?
Yeah. I figured I wasn't going back out there anytime soon.
That's right. Oh, man, I can't drive in Oklahoma. Right. Shucks.
Oh, dang. I really wanted to drive through that state.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
About a year ago now, I was up in Virginia, Pennsylvania.
See, that's a different area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different area.
Beautiful area. And I got a ticket one night.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, it was Maryland. I remember it was Maryland.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a ticket because I was running a little fast because it was late and I was trying to find my hotel and you know, all the things.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I love getting a ticket in Maryland opposed to Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
I paid it the same night.
Yeah.
On the ticket, it was printed how much the ticket was.
Yeah. Now, I'm from Baltimore.
Okay.
So that's home for me.
Yeah.
So I know they got the check marks for the price range.
Yeah.
They tell you where it is.
Yeah.
You can go right on, pay it right then. Shoot, you can stand on the side of the road with your hazard lights on, pay that sucker, and be done with it.
Down here in Georgia, you got to wait like 6 weeks before they post it.
Hopefully.
Before you get that, hey, your license has been suspended.
Look, we bought a used car, and we bought it out of state, and they were like, all right, they're gonna ship you the license tag. Mm-hmm. It's been 6 months. They still ain't sent it.
Oh, wow.
We called them. They're like, oh, it's still in processing. You got me driving around with this expired tag. I'm going to get pulled over. Cop going to be like, you ain't supposed to be here. I'm going to be like, well, I'm waiting on them. Could you print me like a school letter or something?
Tag applied for.
Right, though. I'm just going to go ahead on this marker on this back temporary and just change the date myself.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
I add a 1.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good till 35. 20, 35. I'm good to go.
There you go. Like, that's what kills me, though. And I see so many people here in Georgia, they ride around with no tag,
None.
not even tag applied for.
None. Right.
I wouldn't get out of my driveway. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I ain't trying to be pulled over. Nope. Nope. Ain't a fan.
No. And they do that thing, man. They do that thing where they pull you over, and they come up, and then they get your stuff, and then they go back there and they sit.
And they sit.
And
I know you're back there eating lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
come on, man.
You've been going for like 15 minutes. You're not taking a nap.
Yeah. And my favorite part, well, couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
Surprise. Were you looking for something? Did you just assume? Just because I was speeding, I'm also trafficking?
Exactly, right? I'm late for work.
Where did you think I was going 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah. Dude, I got pulled over in South Georgia, like Savannah area.
Yeah.
Dude, this cop tailed me for like 10 miles. Just I was like,
following.
Yeah, I was like, you gonna pull me over? I was like, there's a church here I could pull in.
Right.
There's a parking lot.
Now he waits for the worst spot.
The side of the road goes just straight down, and he flips his blue lights on. I'm like,
come on.
He's like, you know why I'm pulling you over? I was like,
I have no clue.
Well, your tag plate is covering your
expiration date.
Yeah, your little tag.
Oh, come on.
Like, you can still see the top of it. He's like, I could give you a ticket for that.
Did you think about that for 10 miles? Or
Apparently.
you were just waiting? Right. You were contemplating, like, let me see if something else comes up on the radio that's a little bit better.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
I'm bored. I'm gonna pull him over then for that.
And then the funny part is, I get back up here to north of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Some people ain't even got one. They don't even have a little sticker.
Right.
I had a buddy of mine years ago. He used to take a magic marker and just color in the color it was that year. I'm not giving any names.
Wow.
My bad, bro.
Wow. Respect if that worked for you, guy. Respect. I just got visions of him like sitting there with a Sharpie just like,
right? Gotta wipe this one off. New color.
Let me take the heat into this so it sets in the right tone.
Throw him off of that mauve.
Right.
Damn, that's red. No.
Right. No, that's too red. That's too deep. That's too deep.
Time for another love song. Not the love song you're thinking about. Ooh, I love that. It's that commit or move on love song. Gotta make up your mind. It's called Give Me a Little Bit. Feel like you're always around. Or am I just in my head? I want any love you found. Or is that just something said? You got me feeling starry-eyed. It's amazing what's in my head. I wonder if love survive. Oh no, after I just prayed. Are you ready for more? Now rushing back. I feel like a bit before. I need a little bit more now. Need a little bit more. Come on. I'm ready to commit, y'all. I need a little bit now. Come on. Give me a little bit more. I need a little bit more now. I need a little bit more. Come on. Just a minute. I'm ready to commit, y'all. I need a little bit now. Come on. Give me a little bit more. You call it playing too much. Is this supposed to be real now? I wonder why this is tough. Time to remove the glove. You had to knock your wall down. There's a limit I can't climb above. You had to knock it to the ground. Oh no, I think I show you enough. Are you ready for more? Now I'm rushing, but I feel like a bit. I need a little bit more now. I need a little bit more. Come on. I'm ready to commit now. I need a little bit now. Come on, remember. I'm here like you said you want. My ears heart open. To be blunt, I fit the list. You're in search of. I'm your bliss if you're really searching for love. I'm here like you said you want. My ears heart open. To be blunt, I fit the list. You're in search of. I'm your bliss if you're really searching for love now. I need a little bit more now. I need a little bit more. Come on. Just a little. I'm ready to commit now. I need a little bit now. Come on. We need a little bit more. Little bit more now. I need a little bit more. Come on. Just a little. I'm ready to commit now. I need a little bit now. Come on. If you're gonna be in this with me, baby, 'cause I'm standing right here. I need to know that you're right here for me. Hey, yeah, yeah. But I will walk away if I have to. So give me a little bit more.
Probably got in this Christmas stocking.
Oh my gosh! Hey, look, it worked for him. It worked for him.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
I
work
get
for
it.
him, man.
I get it.
Sometimes it be like that.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
I guess we should get back to that music part of the
Oh, that
show,
thing,
huh?
that thing. Well, you know, life is music. Music is life. It all attaches. Next year we got a song coming out about speeding.
There you go. Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
So retooling songs, playing live.
Yep.
How do you feel live versus studio performances?
Oh man, they're completely different. You know, they're completely different. Our approach is, if you want to hear the album version, you should probably listen to the album version.
There you go. There you go.
You find it on Spotify, Apple Music, or better yet, you can come to CognateSouls.com and listen on our site so that we actually get the hits. But, you know, if you want that version, then that's going to be trapped. That's going to be captured in the studio.
Yeah.
But when we get live, we're gonna play live music like we're with people who are living and have a live vibe.
Yes.
You know, and there's
Yes.
going to be an exchange in the live format that you can't get in the studio. And so in the studio, of course, because of the way music is now and the way people are now, you have to keep it to like a 4-minute type of time frame, or don't get too long. And you know,
Even that feels a little
even
long.
that feels long these days because with social media and stuff, people are keeping music to like 2 minutes and two and a half minutes at most, which is crazy. I don't even know how you do that. I don't know if I possess the ability to write a 2-minute song. I'm like, live 2 minutes. We ain't even started yet.
Yeah, right.
Like, we're still in the intro.
That's the warm up.
Like, you know, like I love me some soul music.
Yes.
Go, you know, listen to some Temptation. Shoot, listen to Isaac Hayes. 2 minutes. You ain't even in the first quarter of the intro.
Exactly.
Like, that dude ain't starting till like 12 minutes, 13 minutes in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like people forgot the music was even going on. The bass player started, and the guitarist was getting some water. They're like, "Oh, the song started." They
They don't need me for another minute
right,
or
right,
two.
they don't need me for a little while. Let me go ahead and get my drink in, right? And so, live is kind of like that, where a 4-minute song might be an 8-minute song, or it might be a 9-minute song, or if we're exchanging, like we have one of my favorite songs, "Every Day and Every Way," and I love the message of it. I love how it came about and so many things about it. And I think the recorded stream version is 4 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it's 4-ish, maybe 4.5. Live, we've never come anywhere near that. Like, I mean, the shortest we might have ever done it live is probably 7.5 minutes. But I know at least a show or two where we probably hit a 16, 17-minute mark on that sucker.
Wow.
Like,
just let it jam.
because you let it go. It's got this groove to it. It's got this life to it. You start, somebody does a solo here, somebody does a solo there. We start singing back and forth with the audience.
That's cool.
You know, you let the audience riff here, we riff here. You know, the vocalist does a riff, I do a riff, something like that. Everybody's going left and right. We go up and down. It's like, oh crap, the set's coming to an end. All right, we'll bring this back.
Right.
We'll bring this back in. But, you know, the idea of being live, to me, is always that you're exchanging that energy with people, right? And I always felt like when it comes to live, it's our responsibility to bring energy, and then you get to have some of our energy, and then we start to exchange it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do that thing where it's like, hey, y'all, yell for us, you know.
They gonna yell.
We're the entertainers. We're performing.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to go to a show and have to work.
Yeah. That's probably why I've never been to a rap concert. Like, yeah, see it? No, man, you're rapping.
Do your thing. I'm here.
You do your thing. When I get pumped, I start throwing my fists. I'm with you. Just give me a second, right?
Exactly.
But it's that exchange, you know, and we value that exchange. And because we value that exchange, some of our songs might just end up longer. Now, don't worry. Don't be scared. Every song ain't going to be 8 minutes. It's not like Grateful Dead in a 10-hour concert. Like,
right.
Like every song ain't going to be like 8 minutes. But they're definitely, even the ones that are going to be held to the 4-minute mark or might be held closer to the stream, it's still going to have something that is in that moment for that live audience to feel that moment.
That's cool.
Because we want to give you something special for coming out.
Right.
You know, like for an indie band, one of the biggest things you can do for us, we really appreciate your likes and we appreciate you following us and joining our newsletters. But the biggest thing you do is when you show up to a show and to a venue, it says, yeah, you have people who will actually come see you in human form.
Yes. Yes.
Like, our appreciation for that is to be able to say, hey, we're going to give you a little something special, a little something different, a little something that's a little bit more than you would have gotten if you just listened to us in the car on the way to work. And,
awesome.
you know, I feel like that's a way of showing appreciation and it's a way to be real to the music also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I'm one of those, like, I like live shows.
Yeah.
And I like the live feel. And I can't remember which band it is, but I've heard so many people say, oh, man, if you go see them live, they play just like you're listening to the record.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the point?
That's karaoke, isn't it?
Yeah, bye. Right?
Guitarist and I was talking about this other day. Isn't that just karaoke at that point?
like if you listen to them live versus the CD, you can't tell the difference.
Right.
I was like,
but I want to tell the difference.
I want to tell the difference.
Like, I want to tell the difference.
Because if I'm going to go listen to a CD, I'm just going to pop it in my car.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to take out stuff that you would sing along with.
Right.
You know, the parts of the song that you love, that you would, oh, trust me, they're going to be there. Because the parts of the song like you love are the parts of the song I freaking love.
Definitely.
Like, we have this song, Give Me a Little Bit. And actually, we just did a live album. We just released a live EP. Just so people could get an idea of how we sound live. Yeah. And one of my favorite parts in this song is going back to those voices and voices as instruments. And I think it's like rockabilly, where it'd be like boop, 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 bop, and you'd hear all that stuff in the background. Ooh, I can't clear my throat. And that is one of the parts in the song. It's like boop, bop, boop, bop, boop, bop. And it's the dumbest thing ever, and it's my favorite part of the song. It is my favorite. I love it. I got all these little lines. I got this funky bass line I love to play, and my favorite part is boop, bop, boop, bop. Like, that's going to be live. Like, you can sing the boop bops with us.
Exactly.
You know, we'll stop and be like, let me hear you say boop bops. Let me hear the lady say boop bops, you know.
Have you noticed the same with, it's prevalent more in country music where they just grab like a line out of the song and it's like, this song, or instead of the name of the song, that song's gonna be the boop bop song.
Yeah.
You know, and people just gonna latch on to that, and it's like, oh, that's it.
That's it. That's it. And it's the dumbest thing ever. You love it. We love it. So it ain't going anywhere.
Exactly.
It ain't going anywhere. Maybe some pads might be gone. Maybe some of the thickening stuff might be gone. Maybe some of the delay on the vocals or something like that might be gone. But, you know, there are going to be some other elements that you might not hear, or things that you'll hear more. Like, I consider myself a verbose bass player. There are a lot of funky things and fun things that I might do. Double thumb type of things, and things that might not always come out as clearly on the recording because you have 20 tracks laid over top of each other versus when you're live and you have 6 or 7. Now you might hear something that you didn't hear in the recording, actually, which makes it more interesting. I'm doing something like that. I've worked to get to that point. Yeah, I want you to see how fast my hand is moving to get that.
Yeah.
And I'm singing during this, y'all. Like, I want y'all to pay attention. I'm playing this random rhythm, and I'm rapping over top. It took practice. It took practice.
I love it. I love that. And that's, listen, bass is not the easiest thing to play.
Nah, most people don't realize that either.
I know. Oh, it's only got 4 chords. Doom, doom, doom. I know that White Stripes song.
Right. True. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, I love the bass. I actually got a.
Oh, really? Did I miss it?
Here's the funny part. I don't play. And you see how many guitars I got littered around here. I got more at the house.
Shoot.
I don't play. I've tried. Fingers don't bend that way. I'm a gamer. Sorry.
Hey. You got to do what you do.
That's right. But I bought this bass guitar, and it came with a casket case.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Bought it off the bass player of Marshall Tucker Band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was fun. He posted on Craigslist. I showed up, and my girl sitting in
You just found him on Craigslist?
Craigslist.
What?
And I showed up at this house, gorgeous house, and knock on the door. I was like, my girl gonna sit in the car. She's like, go get your guitar, and we'll head back to the house.
Right, she's used to this at this
point.
Right.
Exactly. So she, next thing you know, dude opens the door. He's like, yeah, come on in. I was going in the stranger's house.
Right.
He takes me to his studio.
Whoa.
We're just sitting there talking. It was about 10 minutes later, I realized, oh shit, man,
She
I'm
in
still
the
in
car.
the car.
Look, she ain't texting. She ain't calling. You good? You good?
Yeah, right. She ain't called the cops yet. He's in the house.
Right. Dang.
So I'll go back out, shake his hand, walk out with my guitar and bass, whatever, that guy.
Wow.
And she's like, that's so cool. She's like, you didn't ask him to come on the podcast? I was like, kind of.
Right.
He was busy. He was busy.
Right.
So.
Right. You're like, I want to.
Oh,
I feel like I should.
I know, right?
But I don't know if I can. But dang, this is a cool experience.
It was amazing.
Yo, that's dope, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, that's dope.
It's fun. I think I've met some of the coolest people just through the whole podcast.
Yeah.
And just,
I mean, that's that community thing, though. You know, like there are musicians who don't play instruments. You know, and the idea that you're like you're so deeply entrenched in music.
Yeah.
And you understand music.
Yes.
You understand. There are people who are listen to music and they listen. Mm-hmm. But some people who listen don't always understand. Like, you understand music from the beginning through the process through the end.
Exactly.
So you might not be able to pick up an instrument. You might not be able to, I don't know, you might bang it out on a recorder or something. I don't know, take you back to the early days.
I still got one somewhere.
Right. I'm sure there's a recorder in here, just ready to be lifted and put on the wall. But you understand what music is, and you understand the composition of music and the language of music, and that makes you appreciate it in a different way that other people don't always fully understand or fully grasp.
Absolutely. And it's funny. You were talking about the Armageddon song.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss a thing. So I was in high school, and a buddy of mine, we were riding around. I had a mixtape of, just like covers, basically, and one of the songs that came on was Skid Row's I'll Remember You, or I can't remember the freaking name of it. But I was like, man, it bugs me because they sped the song up so much. Like, well, a friend of mine, he's like, well, yeah, but, it has to be different, because if not, it's just the same song. Well, right after that song, there was a cover of I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, and they sped it up. Like, it's super fast. And he goes, no, you can't speed this on. Like, well, they got to make it different. He's like, no, this was always supposed to be played slow.
You just said it got to be different.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the things we got coming out next year is one of them is a cover.
Yeah.
And it's a cover of Faithfully by, which I love.
Yes.
But it sounds nothing like it because we sold and grooved it out. Now, that being said, my wife was like, you messed up a perfectly good song. I'm like, I did. It is perfectly good. But one of the things I've learned, or keep on learning as I'm take more and more vocal lessons, because that's been a process for me. Initially, I wanted to play bass, write some music, and let somebody else sing.
Right.
But the idea of getting vocalists in, which I never understood, who would learn the songs, like, I'm sorry, your whole job is to sing. You can't be up here reading the lyrics. I know the backups. I know your part.
Yeah.
Like, I know like 3 different things up here. Like, all you got to do is sing. And so I was like, all right. And one of my earlier guitarists was like, your voice ain't awful. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm a singer. Your voice ain't awful. All right, well, we'll see. And then and then I finally got over that hurdle and started going to vocal lessons and everything. And then, but one of the things that's been fun along the journey of vocal lessons and learning how to sing and everything is that idea that how you sing a line, how you approach something, what parts you sing forcefully or softly, or where you go falsetto on something versus where you don't, and how your voice just sounds versus how somebody else's voice sounds, all that stuff speaks to your history and your story and who you are. So even if you make a song the same way, like, even if you make the song the same way, because you're singing it the way you'd sing it, it tells the story differently. Is it Luke Bryan who does Fast Car? Is he the one who just covered
Luke Combs?
Luke Combs. Wrong country singer.
Yeah. One of those Lukes.
Bunch of Lukes. He has on a T-shirt and a cowboy hat. Trust me.
That's a lot of them, too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you got Luke Combs just did Fast Car, which is the same thing as Tracy Chapman, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't sing it. The music itself didn't move very differently. Like, the arrangement is similar, but the way he sings it with his tone and his twang, and where he might emphasize fast, where Tracy Chapman might emphasize car, tells you the story differently.
Yeah.
And so even a cover that sounds similar can sound vastly different just because of how the tone and the vocal of the voice is. And that's something I'm starting to even just learn and pay attention to, because the music side, I can tell you,
Yeah.
especially coming from a jazz history, how many different versions of Caravan or A Train, or all songs. You take Misty or any of those classics, and there are 185 versions of them. And that's only if you looked at last year.
Yeah.
So just getting used to that, understanding that even more has been a fun trip for me.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I will say this: I've never been a fan of that song.
A fast car?
Yeah, of either version. It's one of those. It's never really hit me.
You know where it hits me more?
Where?
Nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. They sampled doom 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 doom.
Oh, that's
and then sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. I'm sweet and thicker than a Chico stick. Here's an ice cream cone, honey tickle. And like they just made it into a whole song. That's just that one little vamp. I was like, oh.
Dude,
Yeah, my wife even knows that at this point. She doesn't even listen to rap, but she can sing that song because she's heard it enough.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. See, I love that. Like a lot of people give the Beastie Boys a lot of flack for sampling, like everybody.
Shoot.
But oh my God, the way they did it and the songs that they chose too.
Yeah, like you've got to understand like the culture of what it was at that time. I mean, think about one of the things people can complain about music now, including me, is so much of it is computerized.
Yes.
Now, the reason so much of it is computerized is take it back to hip hop, and when hip hop was first blowing up in the 80s, I think it's technically originated in 79 or 78 or somewhere around there. But you're talking about, if you're thinking about Harlem or New York, heavily dense area, apartment buildings, and to play any type of instrument, you got to have a space to play an instrument.
Yeah.
Like if you've never been up to New York, like an apartment can be really small.
Yeah.
Like really tight. You might not even be able to stand up with your guitar in that sucker. Like there's some tiny apartments in New York. And so if you're talking about trying to find a way to make music, the turntables and being able to layer this song over that song makes a whole new song. Like that's how you ended up with hip hop, because not only did you have to have the space, you had to have the money to be able to buy instruments. And for those of y'all who wonder why we want to charge $10 and $15 covers, is because equipment is expensive.
Yes.
Like
yes,
equipment is expensive, and to maintain it is expensive. And so you have small space, you can't buy the equipment. You might not have the other people. Like it's hard to find 4 or 5 people to play music with who want to play the similar music that you want to play. Like that's a difficult process. And then to have the goals in the same place of being willing to maybe either take time to work for it or whatever. You know, somebody might want money right now. Somebody might be willing to just play in the garage for 6 months. It's a process, y'all. Oh, yeah. And so you take what was it saying? Space, money, friends, or access. And you wonder why do you take samples? Because I already have the record. I can buy one turntable, one microphone, and I can take the records I already have, blend these suckers together, make a song out of it, and then just rap over that sucker. Yeah. And I don't need a whole bunch of other people around.
And the thing is, that people don't understand, that's art in itself, is finding music that works well together.
Right, though? Right? If you don't understand how that is the truth, go to a bad wedding.
Yes. Yes.
Just go to a bad wedding. All right? Take out the fact that they're going to play Neil Diamond somewhere in there.
Yep.
They're going to they'll play one Bee Gees song. They'll play some Neil Diamond. Bruno Mars is in every wedding set at some point.
Yes.
What else is in every wedding set?
If you go to the good ones, they're going to play something like, what is it? Not the Macarena, the other one.
All of them. Electric Slide, Macarena, Chicago, Chicago Slide? No. It's something Chicago.
Yeah.
But something.
Yeah.
I think Shabuzi might have taken that over now, because a bar song has a two-step to it, too. So maybe Shabuzi took that over. But, there's going to be a line dance.
Yes.
There's going to be a disco. There's going to be Neil Diamond.
Yep.
There's going to be Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Don't Stop is going to be somewhere.
That's like to what they're walking the aisle to.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, yep, that's true. That's true. We're going to have Bruno Mars and Uptown Funk.
Yes.
That's going to be there.
Yep.
Now, if you listen to all the other songs the DJ plays, if they suck and don't fit together, that's a DJ who doesn't know how to piece together music.
Exactly.
Like it's not just a matter of you have to have the ear and understand the tempo and understand the key and understand the message of the music. So being able to take some like a Tribe Called Quest would do this, and KRS-One did this a lot too, and then BC Boys was good at doing this too, where you take some jazz something, just this little element that could have been from who knows when. It was from like Cotton Club and Black and White Pictures, and they put it over to this little rock riff. Yeah. And then they put this beat behind it, and you're like, yo, how do those even work together? And And so understanding those pieces is also music, you know?
Yeah.
It's also music. And you think about New York, and I often think about this, because I had cousins who were in Harlem, and I grew up in Baltimore, so I popped up and down New York quite frequently. And you think about the street sounds of New York, which sometimes I miss being down here and being in Atlanta. Like, you don't hear the street sounds of the buses and the cars parking and people just yelling at each other the way you the way you hear a New Yorker in downtown Baltimore, you know? But if you ever just sat out on a park bench and just listen to that, like, there's music in that. And that's so much of what you heard. Like, tell me, listen to Beastie Boys. Kind of skip over what they're saying. Just listen to the background.
Oh, yeah.
And tell me you don't hear New York.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you hear New York captured in these albums like nothing, and people miss stuff like you hear New York, and you're like, yeah, yep. I get paid for it. Look here. You can tell me I sold out. Look, you can put any song on commercial. You want to license a song? Yeah. Oh, you need me to change the words? Okay.
Yeah, right.
When people hear it, they're going to translate it into however they hear it.
Exactly.
And I was like, that's a freaking good point. Like, I didn't, you know, when you're creating these songs and you're creating music, stuff together, and it creates this hodgepodge of a sound. Like, we call it psychedelic soul or soul pop or funk rock, but honestly, you know, honestly,
this has been fun.
This has been great.
Let me ask you, what would be your dream collaboration?
Ooh. Crap.
Now, I mean to put you on the spot or nothing.
Well, we won't figure this out. And then there are other bands out there that might be like smaller bands. Like there's this band out of Memphis called Life Explicit, and they kind of do like this funk soul type of thing. Probably maybe the closest I've heard that might be the kind of how we approach things. Yeah. I'd love to do something with them. Man, like I'm. The funny thing is because it's art, because it's creativity, and because I'm bringing so many different aspects of life and me and experiences and things in. It's almost there are so many different avenues of like creativity and people that if you brought somebody in, I'd be like, yeah, let's figure that out. That one as well as much, but there are so like many big ones out there. I mean, shoot, we could even figure out a Taylor Swift type of thing. Yeah. Like, like we did a mashup recently where we took Fortnite and we mashed it up with Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time, and we pulled that together, and that was kind of fun. Nice. And it was like, oh, I don't even know where this came from, but it works. Yeah. So,
hey, look, if Dolly Parton and Rob Halford can do a song together.
Hey, look, I'll be the third on that group too. Look, I got some Dolly Parton on my mix.
Yeah, definitely.
Look, I love music, so I listen to just about everybody. I got bluegrass in my.
I love that. I'm going to pause real quick. Are you getting that?
Yep.
Had to take a quick break. We are back with the wonderful interview here with my man, Mr. Kevin.
Thank you.
Cognate Souls. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you guys are up to, and all that fun stuff.
All the good stuff. Once again, we are Cognate Souls. All souls, one root, one sound. The sound of love. That's what we live by. That's what we go by. Connectivity and just bringing love to the world, y'all. You can check us out, cognatesouls.com. That's COGNATE. Souls, SOULS, nothing crazy on the spelling there. No Z's. All our social media is at Cognate Souls Official, so you can find us there. Please come to the website, join up for the newsletter, be a part of the Cocoon. That's our little fan club. That's the lovely name we put around it. So stay up to date on everything. We just released a live EP, so please go listen. Please check out our YouTube page. We do a live stream every Thursday starting January 9th at 6:55. 6:55 Soul Space. So come and check us out, y'all. We really, really, really would love to have y'all there.
Dude, that's awesome. Tag us anytime you want to. We'll definitely share it, get you guys some followers.
Yes, sir.
Get you guys in front of some new faces. We'll see if we make those collabs happen.
Ooh, let's work on that.
I'll reach out to Sir Mix-a-Lot and get you guys on that.
I'll collab with some Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Dude, that'd be killer, man.
I would collab with Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Hey, do you know a band named Kaya's Embrace?
Yes, they got a good sound.
Anytime I play like you guys, I always try to put y'all on about the same sort of show.
Okay.
Because I feel like that reggae and you guys, y'all got that.
That vibe is in there.
Listen, when we start doing live shows, I'm booking both of y'all.
Oh, sweet deal.
Y'all gonna book.
Sweet deal.
Even if I'm the only one that shows up, I'll have a personal concert.
Look, we're going to have fun anyway. Like I said, we bring the energy ourselves. So
there you go.
It could be one of us. We're going to jam it out anyway, so it's all good.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank y'all again. Thank you again for coming out. Thank y'all for listening again. I know this is kind of a random, oddball, happy Christmas kind of show. I'm like a bad case of VD. I don't go away. I just
He's
stay
always here.
He's always here.
He's just quiet for a little while, but he's coming back.
But I figure I'm still paying on the Podbean, so I'm like, you know what, may as well drop an interview here and there until that's done, and then we'll see y'all next year.
All right, see y'all next year. Had a good time, man.
Dude, thank you again.